How's it going, everyone? So in this one, we are going to be looking at another top 30 visit for the Packers in Marshawn Kneeland, edge rusher out of Western Michigan. So currently, Kneeland is the 7th best edge rusher in this draft, according to the consensus draft board, and is ranked 57th overall out of all the players. He comes in with a RAS score of 8.45, comes in at a height of 6'3", weighs 267 pounds, had a vertical jump of 35.5 inches, and a 40-yard dash of 4.76. And if we're to look at his 40-yard time, it's not great compared to all the other edge rushers that ran at the combine. It would actually put him at 4th worst of all the 40-yard times on the list. So pretty much there are only 3 other times that were worse than him. For his time at the collegiate level, he spent 4 years all at Western Michigan. So in his first year, he played 5 games, had 23 total tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks, and 1 forced fumble. In his second year, he played 13 games, had 32 total tackles, 8.5 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks, and that was all for that year. Then in the 2022 season, he played 9 games, had 37 total tackles, 10 tackles for loss, and 1.5 sacks with 3 pass defended. Then in his final year, he played 10 games, had 57 total tackles, 7.5 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. So not a bad collegiate career, especially towards the tail end, and he produced pretty well stat-wise. Now over on the PFF side, if we're to look at it, for his first year, he played 166 total snaps, had a defensive grade of 73.8, run defensive grade of 68.2, tackling grade of 59.9, a pass rush grade of 68.2, and a coverage grade of 73.5. For his second year, he pretty much played more snaps, had 414 total snaps, had a defensive grade of 67.2, run defense grade of 72.3, tackling grade of 66.9, and a pass rush grade of 62.7. In his third year, had 465 total snaps, defensive grade of 77.3, so definitely a big increase there. A run defense of 83.3, another big increase for him. Tackling grade of 58.6, pass rush grade of 67.6. Then in his final year, played the most snaps, 557 total snaps, had a defensive grade of 89.7. So once again, another big increase. Run defense grade of 83.4, tackling grade of 73, and a pass rush grade of 84.7. So definitely his best year. And pretty much he missed no more than 6 tackles in any given season. So what are some of the pros for Marshawn Kneeland? He has great frame with good length and has a NFL-ready body, impressive strength at the point of attack and long arms to get extension, can set the edge versus offensive tackles against the run, and has the strength to hold his ground against combo blocks and double teams from tackles and tight ends, good bull rusher with good pad level and leg drive to collapse the pocket, and a high motor pass rusher who can get coverage sacks. Now, as for some of the cons for him, he's not quick-twitched or a high-level athlete, a little clunky and heavy-footed in his movements, lacks burst or acceleration off the line of scrimmage, isn't going to win around the edge with speed, drops his hands and overall use of hands as a pass rusher is still a work in progress, and is a little tight, limiting his bend to turn around tight corners around the edge. So pretty much has to get more of the technique part down. Now, for the Packers, he is getting projected towards a late first round or early second round pick. So that means he probably most likely will be available for the Packers. But even if he is available at the first round, I just don't think we should spend a high pick, especially when there's other pressing needs. Now, he is an interesting prospect with a high motor. He has good athletic skill at a premium position. And we do have to still look forward into the future when Preston Smith will no longer be on this team. We still have to, in a way, find his replacement because, yes, we have Lucas Van Ness, which would presumably take over for Preston Smith, but then there's Rashawn Gary. It's never a bad idea to still look towards the future, especially at a premium position. But in the first round, I don't think the Packers would pull the trigger. If he falls into probably the mid to late second rounds, then maybe there would be a chance where we do take him. But it's going to be interesting with how this draft shapes up for the Packers. If he ends up falling, I could see the Packers pulling the trigger on him, but just not as early as a late first round, or really their only first round pick, or even an early second. I feel like if he dropped, that's when we would pull the trigger and help develop him. He's not going to be an instant starter. It's just a developmental project. And the Packers do like their developmental projects. But I feel like there are other needs and other better prospects ahead of him that we could take. But let me know what you think down in the comments. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, go Pack Go.